the political risk will be too big for parties like the DA. If Paul Mashele is the president of the ANC, elected president of the ANC in 2027, the DA cannot be seen to be defending a Paul Mashele. They can't. They will have to pull out. So we must prepare ourselves for political chaos in December 2027. And that chaos is going to destabilize South Africa politically. We need to ready ourselves as a country. How are we going to deal with that chaos? And that, by the way, will not be the chaos of the DA or Gayton Mackenzie's part. It will be the chaos of the ANC. The ANC is a cancer. It infects our society and our state.
What do you think of the idea, firstly, which has been mentioned many times, of Patrice Motsepe, an outsider candidate? You know, because one gets the idea that you won't have an elective conference with Fikile versus Mashele. They're probably going to get together on one ticket with after, you know, Fikile loses that when it becomes clear and it becomes Mashele as number 2. That's the way it's looking to me. But who's going to run against them? And what do you make of the idea of a Patrice Motsepe and some kind of grand bargain for a continued coalition with the DA that follows?
Look, Patrice Motsepe wants to be South Africa's president, full stop. I know it. He's been working on this thing for a long time. You know, sponsoring churches, traditional leaders. That's what he wants. And when I got wind of it, by the way, years ago, I whispered into the ears of those who could possibly be close to him that he will be making the biggest mistake of his life if he thinks that he will be president of South Africa via the ANC. And it looks like his advisors actually have been blind spotted. They did not understand. The ANC has lost too much credibility that anyone who comes from outside and they think that they can rescue the party, they are actually injuring themselves politically. So it's like a stinking party. If you go there, you will also stink. So Patrice Motsepe, if he wants to be president, and I know he wants to, he would do well to start his own party because he has the money and he can set up his own thing and he will stand a chance. But if he goes via the ANC, let me tell you, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because of two things. Number one, the gatekeepers in the ANC will never allow him even to stand. I mean, I had Fikile the other day, was at some funeral in Balul, saying that you can't buy the ANC. People are talking about Motsepe. They have already begun internally to mobilize against the entry of Motsepe. So he won't even enter the contest. Two, he won't do well because he does not control ANC branches. If you want to win in the ANC, you need to control ANC branches. You need to know how to work the ANC branches, including buying them, by the way. Buying, yes, the money, you could buy them. Because the ANC now, it's actually an auction. So the guy with loads of money in his bag, he gets it. So I don't see Patrice Motsepe making it. The question is, who will stand against Fikile and Paul? Your prediction is that they will strike a deal. I think you are right. At the end of the day, they will probably strike a deal that Fikile must be deputy. At this stage, it's very difficult to see who else would stand against them. My sense is that Panyaza Lesufi wants something very serious in that arrangement. Most probably, if they strike a deal, they will make him Secretary General so that they prepare him to be deputy president or president in the next election. So it's at the moment, I think that the real front runners is Mbalula and Paul. But you know what? A day is a long time in politics. Anything can change.
Yeah. What do you think if you take Panyaza Lesufi right now? He's running a minority government in Gauteng. The original sort of appeal of his faux revolutionary talk seems to have given way to his lack of delivery. He's not as popular as he was a year ago. And then add on top of that a poor performance at local government election, because all of the metros in Gauteng have been absolutely mishandled badly since the national election. So it's not like he wants to fix up the cities. Now, he after the local government election, will his stocks not be weakened by the bad local government electoral showing in Gauteng?
Look, Mike, I see that you are like my colleagues in the political analyst. You've drunk this Kool-Aid. that tells you that Panyaza Lesufi at some point was popular. Popular where? Show me the results of this fellow's popularity. Yeah. This chap, he makes a lot of noise.
Yeah,
he's just
he presided over a bigger decline than Ramaphosa did nationally.
This guy was never popular anywhere. He believes in his head that he's popular. What has he won where for the ANC? Absolutely nothing. If you look at his performance, you can see the guy, by the way, has been presiding over a very steep decline politically of the party. And even the performance of his ANC in Gauteng compared to other provinces, by the way, he has experienced the sharpest decline. So he is actually not popular anywhere. He's not popular in the party. He's not popular in Gauteng. But for some reason, because the chap, by the way, has mastered the art of jumping from one media platform to another, he has come to believe, like my colleagues, political analysts who have drunk a lot of Kool-Aid, that he is popular. No. You're completely wrong. He's not popular. So whenever he decides to stand for whatever position in the ANC, by the way, if he gets that position, he will be infecting the ANC